How accurate is a diminished value calculator? Have you ever wondered how much your vehicle's value drops after an accident? That's where a diminished value calculator comes in. These tools estimate how much a car's market value decreases after it has been in a collision, even after repairs are done. This is especially important when dealing with auto insurance collision coverage and diminished value claims. So, how accurate are these calculators? The most common method used in the insurance world is called the 17 degrees Celsius formula. This formula follows a few key steps. First, it starts with the pre-accident value of the vehicle. This value is usually found in guides like the National Automobile Dealers Association or Kelley Blue Book. Next, the formula applies a 10% cap on the maximum diminished value. For example, if your car was worth $30,000, the calculator assumes the maximum loss is $3,000. After that, a damage multiplier is applied based on how severe the damage was. This multiplier can range from minor damage to severe structural issues. Then, there's a mileage multiplier that adjusts the value further. Higher mileage typically reduces the diminished value payout. While this method is widely used, it has some limitations that can affect its accuracy. One major issue is the arbitrary 10% cap. This figure does not reflect real market data. Some vehicles, especially luxury models, can lose 20 to 30% or more in value after an accident. Another problem is the mileage multiplier. Since mileage is already considered in the vehicle's market value, applying it again can unfairly reduce the payout. Additionally, the multipliers used for damage and mileage are often chosen without solid data to back them up. The sources for market values, like the National Automobile Dealers Association, are aimed at dealer transactions, not consumer resale. This can lead to misleading valuations. Because of these factors, diminished value calculators, especially those based on the 17 degrees Celsius formula, often underestimate the true loss in value. They can give a rough estimate but may not accurately reflect the market depreciation your vehicle experiences after an accident. From the perspective of car insurance, diminished value calculators can be helpful tools to start a claim and provide an initial estimate. However, they should not be the only resource you're relying on. For a more precise assessment, vehicle owners might want to consider getting a professional appraisal from a third-party expert. This expert can evaluate the specific damage and current market conditions. It's also important to take into account the vehicle's make, model, age, and local market demand, which calculators often overlook. Documenting the quality of repairs and any remaining signs of damage can also affect resale value. In practical terms, diminished value calculators are a starting point in the claims process. They often need to be supplemented with expert evaluations and negotiations to reach a fair compensation amount. Insurance companies may have their own calculators, which can vary and might be less transparent. So, while diminished value calculators can provide an approximate figure to guide your claims, they are not fully accurate. Vehicle owners pursuing diminished value claims should be prepared to gather additional evidence and possibly seek professional appraisals to support their case.